Stir podcast with your hosts Lori Graham, Sarah Baker, and Christina Coleman, where we sit down and stir up one another to love and to do good works. Our goal is to empower, encourage, and speak life into women all over the world. We've got the love, we've got the real, now let's stir it up. Welcome to the Stir. This is our first ever episode, so welcome to the Stirred podcast. My name is Lori Graham, and I'm the founder of the Hug Movement, and I have my sister girls here with me today to get to share a little bit about them and who they are. We're going to interview my good friend Monique Smith and tell you all about her, and FYI, she's the one that does the intro on our podcast. So, podcast again. Podcast. Yeah, podcast. It's like East Coast. Yeah. Anyone do it?
Podcast.
Put the cat and pot. Sarah, I know you can do it.
Podcast.
All right, Christina, now it's your turn.
Podcast.
Anyway, we are Women for Women, and this is the Stir to empower and to encourage you. This podcast is built off of Hebrews 10:24. It says, "Let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works." And we are just here to encourage, empower you. So I'm going to introduce the team. First of all, my ride or die chick, Sarah. She's the VP of the Hug Movement. Sarah, welcome, and go ahead and tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Like you said, I'm Sarah. I grew up in Southern California. I have a little girl. She's 8 years old, so I am a legit damn mom. And I'm married for 10 years and standing for my marriage for almost 4 years. So if you're standing for your marriage too, I'd love to talk to you and support you and do this with you. Believe for huge miracles in the Lord. I know He wants to restore marriages, so I'm standing for that.
Awesome. Yes, and we are standing with her. How many of you guys know that a lot of times people will stand with you in the beginning, and then as time goes by, 4 years later, we are still standing with her, and those are the type of women you want to surround yourself with. So awesome. Next up is my girl, Christina Coleman, soon to be Dr. Christina Coleman. She was joining us in 2019 on the Hug team. Christina, share a little bit about yourself.
Well, hey, y'all. I'm Christina Coleman. I'm originally from Missouri, but I live in Texas, so I got the y'all thing from Texas. You cannot live in Texas and not say y'all. I love Hug, and I've been a part of Hug almost since its inception, working out things, meetings, gatherings that we have here. I am a mom of 3, married to my wonderful husband, Eddie, and we have 3 amazing kids. Been married for 18 years now. So I did get married when I was like 12. I don't think it was legal, but no, I'm just kidding. But been married for a very long time. And so, but no, love married life. Love my husband, love my family, love God. I'm a big God girl, and just love celebrating women and just uniting with women and loving on women. So I'm just excited to be a part of what God is doing.
Awesome. And Monique, we're going to get into what you do, but share with everybody a little bit about you.
Yes, I'm Monique Smith, and I've been married for about 3 years now, so pretty much a newlywed still. And I'm a mama bear of a blended family. And I'm also a singer. I'm a worship leader at my church. And I'm also just recently a video creator on my YouTube channel. And that's been a lot of fun. And I'm originally from Los Angeles. I lived in LA my whole life. My family from LA. I know Lori and Sarah. I've known them for a while. We served in ministry together. And I'm just meeting Christina. So yeah, I'm really happy to be here with you guys. I'm definitely all about empowering women. I'm also a mentor of young women So anything I can do that can encourage, edify, empower, I'm done. Want to be with you.
Yeah. So people, we have legit people here, amazing, strong, powerful women for women. As you know, I'm Lori Graham, and these ladies, all three of these ladies, have been like my closest friends over the last probably 15 years. Sarah was my first friend when I got married and introduced me to the church that I went to. We ended up serving together, which then led me to Mo. Then Mo was like really pivotal, I believe, in me eventually having Hug. When I was getting ready to transition out of California to Texas, she was the one. She would come to my house, she would pray for me. I tell her these wild and crazy ideas, like I still tell Sarah, and she would pray over them. She's like, I'm praying for you, honey. And but Sarah is my wisdom, and I feel like Mo is like the calming presence in my life. Like she's just so calm and comforting. And I was just telling her that she could give anybody bad news and make it sound good. We were just talking about that. And then Christina, I got to meet in Texas, and immediately she's my like spirit twin. Even to this day, I think at church I sent her a message. We were singing a song about like, this is how I fight my
battles.
Yeah. And she was getting in a car accident when that happened. And then something about food the other day. Was it yesterday or something?
Well, we always talk about food.
Well, I sent you food and you were either eating food or you were doing something.
Oh, you know what it was? You sent me something about Wreck-It Ralph. Remember that? It's so weird, right? So she was talking about Wreck-It Ralph and I was watching it. It's crazy.
So feels like my spirit twin. And so just love these ladies. And so when we had the idea of the podcast, I thought about who are the women in my life that I want to represent, where for so long in my life, I was looking for a solid group, a squad of women who just had your back, and that also you didn't have to deal with like comparison or jealousy or them stabbing you in your back. And when things got really ugly in your life, they were there. When things are really good, they're celebrating with you. And these are the women. And we're all about taking this and paying it forward and going forward, walking forward, and encouraging other women to do that. So we're just going to play a little game, and then we're going to dig into more about Monique and what she's doing with her life right now. So I challenge the girls to let's play two truths and a lie. And so we're going to go around and we're going to guess two truths and a lie. So Sarah, since you're the first one on my screen, I'm going to let you go first, and we're going to guess which one is the lie.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see. I don't like coffee. I'm the youngest and the only girl of 4 kids, and I was a gymnast when I was little.
We think we know Sarah really good, right? Me and Monique. All right, I'm going to say the lie is the gymnast. What about you?
That's what I think too.
How about you,
I
Christine?
was thinking that too.
All right, what is it?
Yeah, gymnast. I wasn't a gymnast.
Yay! Even Christina knows you, and she doesn't really know you. That's awesome. All right, Christina, well, how about you?
Okay, so my 3 are, I've worked 4 jobs at the same time. I was born in Jamaica. I used to live in North Dakota.
I know some of these, so I'm going to let one of you guys go first.
I'm going to say the North Dakota.
Okay.
I was going to say North Dakota too.
I'm going to say you were not born in Jamaica.
That's correct.
So cool though.
And we'll go back to the North Dakota thing in a minute. But and I have to say this because on the stir, we're really real. And I feel like you said the Jamaica thing, like we wouldn't have said that because we assume because you're Black, you would be born in Jamaica.
Oh, but my dad's Jamaican.
Okay. Yeah. Is she trying to trip us up?
Yeah.
All right.
No.
All right, Mo, what's yours?
Okay. My first one is that I was in a show choir in high school. The second one is I quit my job randomly after 4 years. And the third one is that I speak Spanish fluently.
Me and Sarah know her best. So what do you think, Sarah?
She doesn't speak Spanish fluent.
I say Spanish. What about you, Christina?
Well, now I want Spanish. No, I'll say quitting the job.
Okay, it's the Spanish.
Oh, I go back to the Spanish one.
I'm part Spanish and Mexican, so I should
Wait,
know
what?
it, but
They're two different.
yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, Spain and Mexico, two different places. Two different.
Okay. So for me, I'm about to turn 43. I was a hip hop dancer and I lived in Nebraska.
Ooh, I know.
Hip hop dancer.
Sarah?
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
I lived in North Dakota. So Nebraska is the one. And that was like one of Christina and my things when we first met each other. We both lived in Minot, North Dakota. If you're listening and you're in Minot, North Dakota, God bless you.
We're sorry.
Nothing to do. And she said North Dakota. I said, oh my God, I lived in North Dakota too, in Minot. What are the odds? I don't even know what the population is, like 50?
Maybe 3 now.
Because we're gone. But that was just the craziest thing to meet somebody from such a small town and then just have such a connection with them. So, well, that was fun. We learned a little bit about it.
Oh, wait. What was your hip hop name?
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Pebbles. Okay. So if you want to like get in touch with me, just email me at pebbles.anymore. So yes, I still dance though. Okay, so the next fun thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our makeup bags because today we're talking makeup with Mrs. Monique Smith, and we're gonna see what's in them. I really wanted to like go get the good makeup upstairs, but if I'm being 100% honest, I literally just grabbed this out of my purse and it's pretty busted. So who do you want to go first?
I'm gonna say Sarah.
Now Sarah's a makeup artist, and so I'm really expecting great things from her.
Yes.
So this.
Woo.
Yeah.
Okay, for those of you who are listening to the podcast and not watching the video, Sarah's makeup bag is the size of an 8.5 by 11 frame-ish.
Yeah, and this is my everyday. I don't put every single piece on every day, but this is like the stuff that I would most use. So, like Lori said, I'm a makeup artist, so I have kits. I have tons of like huge, kits that I use for when I do makeup on other people. I've got a huge drawer because I get, Ipsy and all those sample things that I just keep stacking up in there. I have stuff everywhere. I probably have.
But that goes in your purse, Sarah. That big bag goes in your purse.
No. This goes next to my nightstand. This is my everyday. No, I've got a whole nother bag in my purse.
Okay, and FYI for those of you who are not watching this video, her makeup bag is embroidered and it says Sarah's makeup, right? Is that what it says?
Don't get it twisted.
So, yes. I was just thinking how many times we've been out, you could just give me a quick touch up. I mean, with that big old bag.
First, I have like everything you would need, like in mini sizes. I got tweezers, I got eyelash glue. I've got anything you need. Totally, I could do the whole thing.
So, tell us a couple of your favorite things in that bag.
Okay, so one that's super funny. Does anyone remember Max Factor?
Yes.
Okay, they don't even have it in the US anymore, but I love it. It's a pan stick. So Max Factor was the first professional makeup brand for like movies and studios. I love it. They don't sell it anymore, so I have to sing and get it in the UK. I have to order it because I love it, but it's like a foundation stick. I have them all over the house in my purse. The best is for like touch-ups, but I love this. I'm going to be so upset if they ever stop selling it in the UK because I will be, I don't know. I'm like stacked up. I have like 20 of them in the color. Anyway, love my MAC. I have tons of MAC eyeshadow, blush. Always have.
Lipstick has to be one of them.
What?
Lipstick has to be one of them.
For sure. Like, I am a lipstick connoisseur. That is if that is a real thing. I love lipstick. You will not see me without lipstick. I feel absolutely naked if I don't have it on. So
That's why I have known Sarah 13, 14 years, and I've never not once seen her without makeup.
true, yeah, you won't. I do take it off, but love. It has to be a matte all day wear. It has to. I won't wear it if it's not. I'll keep licking it because it bothers me. So MAC is awesome. And then if I can find it in this big old bag, where is it? Oh, it's on the bed because I used it. LA Girl, super cheap. You can get in LA for $1. You get it they have it at CVS now. It's like $3, but their matte lipstick is stinking amazing. I love it.
I just want to tell you that you cannot take it off unless you put like something glossy or something on it. You put it on because she hit me to that before. And then when I tried to take off my lipstick, it wouldn't come off. So, I like put Vaseline. Even the makeup remover would not take that stuff off.
Yeah. So it's nice because you'll always at least have, sometimes you may look, like a Tola. Can I say that on here?
Yes.
And you just fill in the middle, but you're good. Love it. So I could go on and on and on, but I
Christina, what do you got?
I'm so interested to see what Christina has in her makeup bag.
Oh, I bet you are. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you, this makeup bag I actually wanted. I went to a friend's church and we played a game. So shout out to New Beginnings in Sonora. So I won this cute little makeup bag, which has great stuff in it that I usually don't use because I don't know how to do makeup. If you ever see me with my face looking really beat, I have a makeup artist. Her name's Tamika. Thank you, Tamika. Other than that, it is horrible. Like I was like, maybe I should put on something for this podcast, because I knew everyone would be looking fabulous and I did little. So anyway, let me show you what's in mine. So you might think makeup, not really. I have some lotion.
No more ashy elbows.
You don't want to be caught ashy, right? So I have some nice Mary Kay hands here. You can tell I'm a mom. I have Neosporin. If you get injured, you're going to be okay because we're going to put on some Neosporin and make sure that those wounds are all good. Let's see. Okay, this is interesting. So I have chapstick, right? But this is not just chapstick, my friends. I work at a school and I work with pharmacy tech students, and my students actually made me chapstick. Isn't that cool?
Oh, that's so awesome.
I have cinnamon mint. This is definitely original. So my go-to makeup is usually chapstick. I am so sorry, Sarah, because you have that nice bag and I'm so disappointing right now. And lastly, I have a couple of different colors that I usually don't wear, but they're in this bag and some more chapstick. So yeah, so I'm so glad to be on this podcast with great people who know how to do makeup. I have all types.
But look how gorgeous you are.
Oh, thank you, Sarah.
All right, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
My bag is really crusty, so I have, first of all, let me just show you my touch-up foundation. First of all, it doesn't close. Hello. Sure. Because there's hardly any foundation or powder in there. And this thing's all, what is this called now? The sponge is all oversized because it's old. This, to Sarah or Monique, is probably like the worst because you're not supposed to keep stuff this long because it's like, I don't know. Yeah, that bacteria. I don't know why my skin is breaking out. I'm just kidding. And then the rest of the stuff I have in here, just keeping it real, is all lipsticks. So no blush or anything. Oh, and of course, what is this called?
Wand or
Mascara wand.
Eyelashes.
Oh.
So every time I go get my eyelashes filled, they give me a new one of these. And so I have a whole bunch of these. So if anyone ever needs one, I got an extra one. But that's all I have in my bag. Because I work at home and I never go anywhere, so I really don't need all this. Oh, look, I'm coming up. This one, though, is a little chalky. I feel like I put chalk on my lips. Maybe it's old. Could be, because I never go anywhere. All right, Miss Professional, go ahead.
Well, yes. So this is my bag. I actually got this from Ipsy, which I know several of us.
I thought it was I Spy. Did I tell you that?
No.
All right, so
I know.
wait a second. I'm a little dyslexic, and one day I have a lot of thoughts in the shower, and I was like washing my hair or something, and I'm like, I bet you it means I spy, because they give you sample size things, and I was like, so you can see like I spy this new eyeshadow, and then you go to their website and you buy the full size one. But then I learned it's not even I Spy, so there you go. Never mind.
You know, maybe you could start your own thing.
And
Oh,
then
I
I get
Spy.
sued.
You know.
Right.
So, so this is my makeup bag. Now, of course, like Sarah, I have a whole drawer full of like more makeup. So this is pretty much, I'll keep all the things that I usually use in this bag. I don't think I'll take everything out because that would take way too long. But some of the highlighted items that I really like a lot that I've been using on the daily. First of all is this L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow.
And this is not sponsored by any of them. However, if they would like to.
It is not. It's probably, it's over the counter. You can get it at CVS or any drugstore, and it's one of the best foundations for my skin type. I have dry skin, so I know depending on your skin type, this might not work for everyone, but it works really well for me, and it's very inexpensive. Also, I always do highlight when I do my makeup, and I really like Milani.
I have that too, by the way.
Yeah, this Milani highlighter is great. It's also inexpensive. Most of the stuff I use is drugstore over-the-counter stuff.
It's
like,
really pigmented too.
yeah, it's great. This is Milani. It's called Strobe Light, and it's really, really pretty. I love it. I got it from Target. Target's my favorite store.
Target, up in the house, in the Heezy.
Yep. And then my favorite mascara is by L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. Also very inexpensive. And what I like about this, it isn't waterproof, but it stays on all day. And I don't get this weird smear underneath my eye. It's just really, really great. So that's my go-to. And for liquid eyeliner, I really like NYX. Just NYX in general, I really like just because the price point on NYX products is so, I mean, obviously I do like the more expensive products, but I can't always go and
but
get
your
those
wallet
products.
doesn't.
Right?
But our wallet doesn't like it.
And even in my videos, most people I think who are watching this can't afford to go all out and spend $1,000 on makeup. So,
which is very easy when you're
Right.
getting that stuff.
I wish I could one day. Anyways, so this is a NYX matte liquid eyeliner, and this is, I think, the best eyeliner in my opinion because it doesn't ever smear, it lasts forever, and it's
Is it oil free?
Oil free.
Your
yeah,
girl's lashes will fall off if
it's matte.
Okay.
Matte, so it's good for that. And those are my favorite products. I love Ipsy because I get all kinds of makeup that I never knew existed, and I find stuff that I love. So there's also really great powder that I started
got that
using.
too this
Oh
week.
yeah.
Yay!
And this is by, I might butcher the name, Chiate.
Chiate.
And this is just a translucent powder. So I'm really
How
liking
exactly
this.
do you use that?
For me, after I put my foundation and my concealer on, I usually just dab some underneath my eye.
Okay.
And then I put it in the shiny parts of my face. So I don't put powder all over my face. But I just put it in the areas that I really need it.
Gotcha.
So for me, if I put on too much, it can look cakey. So
Gotcha.
But yeah, those are some of my favorites.
Well, that's a perfect segue into introducing you and your YouTube channel. So tell everybody, okay, so you are a worship leader, you're a newlywed, you're a mama bear, and you are now a YouTube star. I'm just going to put it out there, right? And so tell us the name of your YouTube channel. So after this podcast, everybody could go subscribe, and your Instagram and your Facebook, and then explain a little bit about what the channel is about and why you chose the name. I think the name's really fun. And so, yeah, tell them.
So, as Lori said, I actually just started my YouTube channel in, I believe it was August of this year, 2018. And I'm a stay-at-home mama, which is amazing. It was definitely one of my biggest dreams to be a stay-at-home mom. But now that my son is 14 months, I have not a lot more time, but more time than when he was a newborn. And yeah, one day I just thought, I've always been a creative person, and I just wanted to do something that I could do at home where I could be creative and it wouldn't impede on my time with my son. And I can do it on my time schedule. So, and I'm one of those people that I could spend all day on YouTube watching makeup videos, like Nikki Tutorials and Crispy and, all these people that are just so inspiring. And I've always loved makeup, even when I was little. My mom, she went to cosmetology school, and I remember being 4 years old, and I would tag along with her at school, and I
didn't know that about your mom.
And at that time, I don't know if they do this now, but they'd have mannequins that you'd like draw on the eyebrows and put on the makeup and stuff. And I remember my mom telling me that when I was really little at 4 years old, that I perfectly, I guess, she says, mom.
It's all.
Yeah, I can embellish the story. Like, it was perfect. But I put on the eyebrows on this mannequin face, and I just always loved makeup. And so that's always been in my heart. And I think just like with anyone, I feel like we're all so multifaceted. We all have things that we enjoy. But just one day I thought, I would just really love to just start a YouTube channel. And the main thing is just makeup, and music and ridiculousness is what it says, when you go on my YouTube channel.
So that's the name. How do they find? What's the name?
The name is Monique Smith, and basically I just want an open forum to be creative. I am a singer, so I feel like this really gives me a platform to sing, to encourage people. The main thing that I want to do is just encourage and inspire people. My videos, at the end of all my videos, there's blooper reels,
which I love.
Because I just, I'm still learning, just like anyone else is on YouTube. People are constantly learning, and I just want to just be real and encourage people. When they watch my videos, I want them to be inspired, but I also want them to feel like, oh, I can just be myself, like she's being herself, and I don't have to take myself so seriously, and I think that's what makes most people successful, is the ones that are just real, and you can relate to them, and you feel like you're talking to a friend, or like these people so well, so yeah, so it's been really fun. And I'm a newbie, like I'm just starting from on my own, just teaching myself, watching YouTube video tutorials. And I just downloaded Final Cut Pro on my laptop, just learning everything. And I do everything from home. Right now, just in my bedroom. I got stuff on Amazon and just set up my own little studio. So, and the great thing is that I feel like I'm so lucky because I have such an incredible supportive partner. My husband is so supportive, and anytime that I need to record, he just gives me that time. And so, yeah, I'm really enjoying this. It's pretty fun.
Well, one of the biggest things that I love about your channel and watching you is just, first of all, like having a conversation with you about it. And then the next thing I know, it's already up and done. And I'm like, dang, this girl ain't messing around. But secondly, and I shared this with you before, is I love that you are so transparent. And then a lot of times in these makeup tutorials, everybody gets so, I mean, there's a lot of different type of makeup tutorials, but yours are always fun. And especially for people that are just like trying to figure out makeup and like you're so honest with it, and like you're like, I mean, this hasn't happened yet, but like you would be like, oh, eyelash fell off. Oh crap, you know, or had to edit that or whatever. That's what I love about it. And it's so relatable to people that already people want you to review their stuff. Like I feel like there's such a grace and favor on you just because you're just being so genuine. And I feel like that's what people want to see. So good job, girl.
Thank you.
Any of you ladies have a question for Mo?
So I'll ask Mo. So I know you said your skin is, and this is a makeup question because I don't really know how to apply makeup. I just do it, right? So I just put something on my face and it's usually not right. So if you have oily skin, what would you suggest? I guess that would be my question as far as makeup's concerned. Like, do you have any product that's specific that you would suggest or something that you should do to really help your skin if it's oily?
I would say, and again, I'm still learning and learning these things as I go along. But I would say that the thing that I noticed is that what you do to your skin to prepare it, like your routine, is very important. Finding something, just experimenting and finding a good products that you can cleanse your face, tone your face, find a good moisturizer that is for oily skin. I think usually like more of the gel type moisturizers are better. But having that routine so that your skin is healthy, first of all. And also, as far as, I mean, if you're doing a full look and you're using foundation, I do like the L'Oreal products. I mentioned the Infallible Pro Glow, but they have a matte and poreless foundation that is really good. Actually, I can use it for dry skin, but that's actually really great for oily skin as well. So I think the best thing is just making sure that you just try different products and find what's right for you. And I mean, YouTube is so accessible. If it were me, I would even go on YouTube and think and look for something that says, oh, oily skin, the best makeup for oily skin. Because even the people who are makeup gurus who are talking about the makeup that they use, all of their skin is different. So some things that they use are going to be great for them, but maybe it's not necessarily great for you. But as far as foundation goes, I would say L'Oreal Matte and Poreless is a great product. And then just finding a regimen for yourself to properly take care of your skin.
I was gonna say, go into, like, for people who don't wear makeup, like, Christina's skin is flawless. Like, I've seen her in person, no makeup. Like, it's just like baby skin, right?
Yeah.
So I think, and I'm totally being judgy here, but I feel like she doesn't really know what goes into a face, right? So I know that everyone's different, but I probably have like 6 different layers on. Well, at least there's 3 layers before you even put on your foundation, right? You want to tone it, right? Well, clean it first, then tone it, and then moisturize, then prime, then foundation, and then depending on where you want to go from there. So it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole process. And then concealer, and you don't have to use concealer, but especially as we get older, we want to conceal some things.
I tried not to use concealer the other day. It wasn't a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, does that answer your question, or?
It does. Thank you. And then I just had another question just about your motivation. I know you said you're working from home, taking care of your little one, which is awesome. So what gives you motivation? Is your son, like, is your child your motivation each day to keep striving to do something so great like this? Because you're motivating other people, even if you don't know you are, and you're inspiring other women who want to do something like this. So what is the main thing that gives you that drive each day?
Great question. I would say, my personality is very much so thinking ahead in the future. And one thing that I feel that God has always placed on my heart is that I was born to be successful in some way. I feel like there is an entrepreneur spirit within me, and I tend to think about the big picture even when I'm starting from the beginning. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Huda Beauty. I love Huda Beauty, and I'm very inspired by her story. but she started on YouTube, and now she has this amazing makeup line. I don't know if I would have a makeup line. That kind of gives me anxiety. but I would love to, collaborate with the brand and just be successful in that respect. And also just be, if I were to be blessed in that capacity, be able to be blessed
when you're blessed in that
right.
capacity.
Be able to be blessed financially so that I can sow into other people's dreams. Honestly, the biggest drive for me is to succeed. I can help others succeed, and to be an influencer of other influencers. And I know that there are a lot of young people who are famous and who are being successful on YouTube who probably need a mama bear. And so honestly, that's one of the thoughts that comes to mind, is to be able to stand in the gap for those influencers, especially the young ones that I may in the future meet. And also to leave a legacy for my children, so that they can be encouraged and inspired to go for their goals and their dreams, even if they start, just doing YouTube videos in their bedroom, So I know that's what inspires me when I hear stories of other people who have succeeded. They didn't start at the top, they started at the bottom. They started by just taking a risk and doing, with using what they had in front of them to do what they wanted to do. And so right now I may not have like a multi-$1,000 setup, but I have my iPhone and I have my Canon camera and my light from Amazon.
That's right, girl.
So I'm just gonna go with what I got, and yeah. So I think that's the main thing, and also just being creative. I'm a creative, so whether it's drawing or watching a great movie, going to a concert, going to a musical, reading a biography about Justin Timberlake, and hearing how he got to where he is now. I just have always been about that since I was very young. So I know that for as long as I live in some creative capacity, I'm going to be doing something that is artistic and creative. So
Singing backup for Justin. Partnership with Huda Beauty. That's what we're doing. We're speaking it into existence. And you always do everything with such excellence ever since I've known you. And if it's not like excellent, I feel like you'll just like, you're not going to do it. You know what I mean? And it's because I know that you hold that everything that you do into the Lord. And I feel like he's giving you such a capacity. And it's been really fun to see you go from thing to thing. My favorite thing is to do worship with Mo. I can't wait till you start incorporating more singing into your videos, because she's such an amazing singer. And when we would have worship nights at my house, we flow so well, and I'm like, ooh, yeah. And I can't sing, you guys, but I have like a heart full of, what did someone tell me before? A worship leader doesn't just sing, like they can lead you into worship. And so I think that's more what I do. Everything, like God speaks to me, or I hear something. Bible verses come to me through songs. It could be secular songs, like, oh man, they need Jesus, they need this Bible verse, or it could just remind me of something, and maybe, God had intended that inspiration that he gave that writer to be a song, for him, but turned secular. But your heart is always so willing, and you're so humble in everything that you do, that I see that, I see you going up that ladder quickly, you know what I mean? And then just giving you the support group. And it's because of the things that you've sown in advance, like always being there for me and for Sarah and for the thousands of other people, encouraging, singing at your church. I mean, when people can sing worship, it's like so amazing to the people that can't. Okay, just want to let you guys know. So all you worship leaders, take heart and be encouraged, because for us that can't carry a tune, or like Vince always says to me, that's not the way the song goes. Like I'm tone deaf or something. I'm like, I hear it perfectly in my head, but it inspires and it heals and it does all this stuff. But what would you say to somebody who's not sure? They're like you. Okay, so people who are creative, we have a creative brain. And a lot of times we're good when we have jobs or positions that you multitask, because our brain can't stay focused on one thing for too long. We fall asleep, we get frustrated, we can't concentrate. So like for me in my career, it's really good because I get to jump from thing to thing to thing. So what would you say to somebody, since you're doing multiple things within your YouTube, how to kind of decide which thing to go to first?
I would say whatever they're most passionate about, and whatever it comes naturally, whatever is easily done. Like for me, I mean, it's so easy for me to just to bust out the makeup and just put it on. It's just so natural. Like I just love it. It's something I'm passionate about. So I don't need to think about what I'm going to say because I just know that I like it. And again, it's just an artistic thing. So it's like you're painting a picture on your face, you know? So yeah, I would say think about maybe the top 4 things that you really love and what can you say is the number 1 thing and then maybe the number 2 thing that you love the most and then just go from there.
That's good. That's good. Any other questions, ladies?
I know you said you get some of your makeup from Ipsy that you try. Where else are some like places that you go or that you order that you like to try the makeup out from?
I would say that I get a lot of my makeup from Target.
Target.
Yes, Target is my favorite place to go ever, especially as a mom.
I told Vince that's my side chick.
Right.
Okay.
You walk in and you got your Starbucks and it's so pretty and I can just walk in there all day. It's like this.
I did hear that Target was going to start serving wine.
Oh. Well, then I'll be there even more. Yes, I'll just live there, you know.
Right at Target.
Not just selling it, but actually like you go get your Starbucks.
And have your wine.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes. What are they trying to do? Oh my gosh.
I feel like wives, moms would never come home. They'd be propped up with their feet up on the table with their wine. Some slippers, go get some slippers from
Walmart. I mean, Target.
And then they have like the beauty consultants there, like they do, like in the, you know.
If your Walmart's been upgraded yet, because some of them still don't have them, but the ones that do are awesome.
So yeah, I forgot the question. Oh right, okay.
That's the creative brain.
Yeah, like what are we talking about? Okay, Target. Right. Okay, I get makeup mostly from Target, and I get it online on Amazon. That's pretty much the 2 biggest places.
Because she's a mama.
Yeah.
And she is now. This is an interesting fact. All 4 of us either work from home or are stay-at-home moms. So I just thought that was very interesting that God would orchestrate this day, this time in our lives that we all are kind of in the same similar situation. Me and Christina talk about this all the time, her and I being such extroverts and wanting to go and talk to everybody, and God gives both of us jobs at home that I'm watching outside my door every day to see if somebody walk by so I can say hi to them, you know. I know everything that goes on in my neighborhood and the other neighborhoods. You know, it's just so weird, and I think it's so cool. Both you and Sarah stay-at-home moms. Me and Christina are locked away in our house all day, right? It's interesting. But okay, being a busy stay-at-home mom, you're not really going out and looking like going to Ulta or Sephora or
So I mainly just go to Target and online. And then, you know, and like I said, I watch a lot of videos on YouTube. So I'm finding out a lot of other companies like ColourPop and BH Cosmetics and just going on there.
Now I heard that ColourPop is part of Kylie Cosmetics.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They have the same parent company. I actually learned that today randomly. I forgot to shut off like a YouTube thing, and you know the next one comes on and it's giving me these facts. But I learned that. So if you order everything online, how do you know colors? Like I feel like I have to see it on next to my skin. Mm-hmm. Like my computer screen might not be calibrated right. I might get something that's totally the wrong color. Then I look like a Oompa Loompa. I'm all orange.
Yeah, I think for the foundation, actually, it's funny. Like I was actually watching a video, and the person that was doing the video had a very similar color to my skin tone. So I just on a whim just decided to get it online on Amazon. It actually worked out good for me. But otherwise, with foundations, I usually get it in person. But as far as for eyeshadow palettes, with that, I'll just buy it online. And
how do you decide what blush goes with what lipstick with what eyeshadow?
You know, for me, I think
I think it depends on each person. I think depending on your skin tone, some eyeshadows will just look differently, and even with
eye color.
Yeah, eye color and with blushes. But I tend to, if I'm wearing a really bright color on my eyes, I'm not going to have my blush be really crazy or bright. It's going to be more natural looking. And also with my lip color will be more of a neutral color.
So don't match your eyeshadow, your blush, and your lipstick all together.
Don't do red shadow and red lips and a really bright rouge on your cheeks.
A rouge? Who says rouge?
Yeah. And then the opposite, like if I want something really, deep and bright, on my lips, then I'll make sure that my eyeshadow is more of a neutral, That's pretty much. But at the same time, I feel like makeup sometimes there just aren't really. I mean, if you want to try something out, then try it out. And if your friends say you look crazy, then just don't do it again.
How do you feel about metallic lips?
I've never used it, but hey, if you like metallic lips, work it, girl. You work
like
it.
blue lipsticks.
I'm okay with it. Yeah.
I haven't seen you rock it yet.
I haven't used it, but yeah, I'm pretty open when it comes to that.
I guess it depends on your personality too.
Yeah, I think that some people can get away with it and some people can't. But if it's something that you love and you vibe with, then you wear that metallic lip.
That's right. It's all about confidence at the end of the day. You can rock whatever. You got a question, Sarah?
Our next podcast will all wear
metallic.
I bought some and it felt like my lips were tin. Like it just, and then I feel like it doesn't, when the metallics, I feel like it doesn't line your lip correctly. You either go like too far and you can tell like it's like whoop, or it's not far enough. And then it looks like you just have some tinfoil on your lips.
You get silver?
It was like a gold color.
Silver and gold.
Don't judge. It was like my nails.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't look good at all.
For Christmas? Christmassy or that?
No, girl, that was just for every day. It was for me in my house with nobody else here, right? For me and the TV. Awesome. So okay, top beauty brands that you want to partner with in 2019. I need some 2019 goals.
Oh, well, in my wildest, biggest dreams, definitely, I would say Morphe.
Okay.
That's probably like number one because I love Morphe.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, well, yeah, Morphe, and I also Naked, or Urban Decay. Gosh, there's so many, Lori.
Okay, so those are your beauty brands. Top goals 2019.
I would say to continuously with every video get better and better at my craft, and to expand my makeup collection so that I have more to use and more looks to create. And I would say just getting better overall. I just already from starting this YouTube channel, I feel like I've learned so much. So yeah, I just want to continue learning and growing. Really, that's the main thing.
Awesome. Any other questions, ladies, sister girls? No. Well, thank you so much, Monique, for one, busting out our intro, and for two, just being you and sharing your makeup tips with us.
Another show.
That's a whole different. So really quick, tell everybody where they can find you.
So on YouTube, it's just Monique Smith, and I have Snapchat, MoSmith326. My Instagram is also MoSmith326, and my Facebook is Monique Smith.
All right, you guys, be sure to go give her some love, follow her, share her stuff, go get some tips, Christina, so that next time we're on, we don't have Neosporin in our makeup bag. That goes in your first aid kit, by the way.
I'm thinking it could be like chapstick too.
Well, if you have a fever blister, you got pumped, or your lip got burned from, something, I don't know.
Okay, maybe not.
No, she's learning. She'll learn. We'll get her all makeuped up and glammed out for sure. And then she's like, this is a nightmare. Because once you start, it's so hard to like, it's overwhelming sometimes. And then it never fails when you decide to like wear no makeup that day, something always comes up.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll look busted. A lot of times when I'm chatting with Christina, like I have full face makeup and hair, and she's like, what are you doing? Like, you work from home. Yeah, no. But it's just that, just in case. So, all right, you guys. Well, thank you for listening to our first episode of The Stir. Be sure to check us out at headupgorgeous.org. Be sure to check out our girl Mo on all of her platforms and follow her and share. Until next time, we will see you then. Bye.
Bye.